Hey, welcome back to Chants of Sennaar. Last time we made it to the factory where all the scientists are living, or alchemists as they call themselves. And this time we are going to solve the mystery of the ferry door. So, I've also been slightly thinking, because we have most of the runes here validated. The only thing that's missing is like truth or God as I called it, which is like kind of in the center. Maybe this is also just nature. I'm thinking like in a more alchemist kind of way where like, you know, all is one, one is all. Maybe? Oh, it's just transformation. I mean, this is also, you know, I guess a virtue to live by, also something, you know, to just observe in the world. Definitely not quite the word I had assumed, but it's definitely the right character, which means that we have validated all the runes that we know about. There are just 3 of them missing. Okay, that's the first thing. Next thing is we have like some silverware here. And wait, there are 2? Okay, there are 2 runes on there, but they're both the same. We do have this one machine that probably makes some ingots. So maybe we can reshape those. I think it's just to the left here, right? Been a few days again, you know, as always. Let's check it all. I think it was just the one over here, because we had to open the door, right? Was it here? It was like one of the rooms in this area where we had to activate the machine and like obviously first of all open the door. Yeah, this is the room with the gold bars, and now we do know how to use it. We just have to put something in there, and I would say, okay, seems like this is correct. This is open, then pump some heat into it. Something until it's in the orange area, and then press. And we're forming an ingot, and I hope it's going to be a silver one. Cool down. Perfect. Everything is going according to plan. Perfect, perfect. And now we just, like, I remember we had some notes about like the math. Wait, by the way, what's over here? Oh wait, this room. It's the stairs downwards. We had like the rock room here. While we're here, let's get crushed by some rocks. Okay, it's just this animation. We didn't actually get to see ourselves. I just had to check, you know, I kind of forgot last time I was here. You know, there's like so little, I guess, punishment for dying in this game, so I'm just trying it every once in a while. You know, maybe there's like a fancy transition at some point. Not that the falling rocks weren't fancy, but yeah. By the way, what did that say? Gold mine. Okay, yeah. Now that we understand basically everything, I'm guessing obviously we understand everything here. Transformation, refactory, laboratories, the gold mine, and silver mine. The library, the ferry gate, and this is the copper mine. Okay, that makes so much more sense now that I can understand everything. Okay, now we have to go to the one lab. Was it upstairs and to the right? I do know that there was this one person who was missing some silver, I'm assuming. Like they had like only 7 out of 9 barrels or something like that. Yeah, you find 7, you need 9. I can't actually help you with that, but I think inside of here. No, wait. Which lab was it? It's been too long. Okay, let me check out the different rooms. It's either to the left. No, wait. To the left, there's the library over here, right? They just missed it, and it was like to the. Was it next to the math room? Ferry gate, library. So I guess it was just down there. Okay. Must have misremembered. I think it might be quicker to just take the elevator down again. I know, it's great, you know, not remembering directions. I feel like that's kind of a theme with this playthrough. Okay, now though, let's check out the labs, and we should be able to find the right one. We came out of this one just a second ago. Oh wait, I didn't want to. I thought I could just look at the symbols without checking, but lab 1 and 2... Is it this one then? It's not the one with the machine. No, this is the math one, so this downstairs. Is it? Is it the lab to like over here? I mean, they kind of bottled it up. No, this is that lab. Was it inside of here? Like, I remember there being a machine that we filled with like one of the gold bars. I don't think it was this one though, right? We just found some info here. And we have like some of the nodes. We should probably check it again. I found the formula. You found the transformation. I'm gonna write that down just in case. I'm guessing we had some scales there, right? So it's the triangle. We need that. I'm guessing it's a silver, but I'm just gonna draw the symbol just in case I don't have it in my notes. And we do know how much I like my own notes. It's the 2 and the 1. And the carbon, we need some more stuff off. I forgot how to exactly read those nodes. I remember doing some math with those. Like, I think it's like from the top to the bottom. And while we're here, we should probably do that. Anyway, I have the recipe, just in case. Just checking. Was there like one page? Okay, it would have been over here, okay. Gold, okay. I didn't actually have to write it down. I never have to, okay? I just like doing that. Anyway, there should be a lab around here where I have to put everything together. No, wait, wasn't that next? It's next to the gate, actually, right? Okay, it's been a bit, but it was a good chance for me to recheck my notes here. Because I remember, like, next to the ferry gate, they were making the keys. Which also reminds me, because it looks rather similar to, like, the other doors we had found. Maybe we can kind of, you know, change some settings there and make keys for the other doors. Like the purple ones that we had found in the other areas. That would be interesting. They're at least somewhat related. That's like my belief. Maybe there's like some way to, like, I want to say fast travel, but we already have like a way to fast travel, so maybe not. That reminds me, didn't we miss one? Okay, this is the transformation. First we are going to fill the silver. You need that, perfect. You're not going to help me with like the math, right? I'm guessing I can now select what I need. We need silver, we need gold, we do not need copper. From the looks of it. Oh, okay, they're already sorted. Okay, we are going to start with the gold. It's like the first setting I have over here. We have one line in the top left. It's interesting to look at those. Because I might be misunderstanding how the math works. Obviously those are like heavier. Huh? Okay, those are quite heavy. Why? Okay, wait, there's actually a very, very minor change in the scales. Okay, I might have to figure out the math again. Which is, wait. Before I do that, let me see which characters we have, because we can do the math downstairs and then compare and figure out what we need. To figure that stuff out, we have that one 4 times. We have that one 1 time. Just, you know, going over it and making my drawings so I know which characters I can use. This times 4. This one times 2. This one times 1. And the last one 2 times as well. Okay. Have it for my notes. Let's figure out the math that we need. Was there anything else I want to check here while I'm at it, you know? We have the massive door here. Wait a second. Yeah, okay, wait, this is just the one to the cafeteria over there. And this one brings us to the library. Okay, just had to recheck real quick. There's like still a question of like where we're getting like the last three characters from, because they are obviously still missing. I should probably not have taken the elevator. The elevator's like relatively slow. Anyway, experimenting is going to be quite fun, I think, just to figure it out. And this might be like the first, is it the first puzzle? Like one of the very few puzzles where having some all like your own notes probably is helpful. Okay. Wait, which one was it? It's the one upstairs here, right? Right, probably. Because the one to the right is the, yeah, the locked one. Okay, we need to figure out how to combine those. Since those are just weights. Okay. If I start, like, and just put a 1 in, it's going to stand in the top left. So I've not 100% figured out like the math, because if I add this one, for example, it's probably going to change this one, but if I put it in here, because the positioning seemed to matter like the last time around. No, it doesn't. Okay. Or is it? Because this changes this one. Yeah. There was like something about the position. So it's a digit kind of thing, maybe? Because we don't really get like information about it. Anyway, I'm just gonna, you know what, I'm just gonna try. We do need a character like this one in that slot. But it's going to be bottom right. Which one would it be? Like if I add those together? Need to kind of figure out the rules behind it. I mean, they're already kind of telling me the digit, right? The question is, which order are those digits? I'm guessing the heaviest ones are the ones in the, like the most significant bit, as you would call it, like the position in the number, basically the leftmost numeral in like the whole situation. It's probably the top left and it goes down to the bottom right. But we don't really have... Because like they are ordered by size, basically, like the ones that I have in here. Which means that we probably want to start just with this setting over here. Right, so just like a 1. No, wait, we need this dot down there. We need in the top right, we need like the C. We have 2 of those, so we need like more math. Like we have 2 of those technically. Okay, now I'm confused. Wait, it's about those digits, right? So this should change this one. So we need those in there. But we don't really have to... Okay, you know what? I might just experiment here for a sec. Okay, let's just check out the machine. I'm just gonna experiment because I believe that we could just have like multiple attempts here. So, what's the easiest one to make? Maybe it's the last one, like the carbon setting. Because we have, as we can see, we have the... Which character is that? We need the 6 on the right, and on the left we need a 4. So 47. How can I create 47? I mean 1, 2, 3, and 4, but how do I get 7? We have the circle, so this one, and this one. Why am I pressing the button? Okay, this is the first setting. Okay, now I get how this works. And I'm probably just overthinking like a lot of settings. I just need to figure out the number and then I can just math it together. The machine was just kind of confusing me, which is why I went over here, because The way like the digits were arranged was just kind of weird. Okay. Second one. This is the silver. We have this. Is this one? No, it's not the 8. Is it? Might be the 8. Just gonna look at my notes. Okay, it's the 8, but it's flipped upside down. That's why I was confused. So we have the 8 in the top. I'm just gonna write that down. Okay, 8 in the top right. Bottom left, we have a 1, it seems like. Yeah, I'm just gonna read out of 9 notes. So it's a 812. Okay, how can I create 812? Well, we have 5s here. So this is the 8. We need 1 over here and 2 over there. That should be 812. We are using silver. Okay, press the button. Now let's reset that quickly so I can work again. And the last one is the gold. And we have 1,405. Let me check. Just so I can make sure. Okay, you know, I like to... Yeah, this is the 4. And obviously this is 5. Okay. We can kind of do that by combining... Oh yeah, I can totally do that. So we have 2 5s. Obviously there's 1,000. And so like 500 twice. We just need those together. And then we need 5 over there. Did I do the math right? Probably. Let's just believe for just a second. Combine it. And we're done with this machine. Can I see what we're getting? Transform. We're at least making a key. Is it the right one though? I should have probably tried to make like a wrong one first. Assuming that this one is right actually. Okay, we have everything here. Let's see if I'm correct about my assumptions here. Does the key fit? It's turning on. Huh. I guess not. What did I do wrong? Maybe I mathed it wrong. Let me repeat that one real quick, right? Like we are going to see each other in like a second once I've completed that again. But you've seen like my process. Okay, I just put in like the wrong numbers. Let's just cancel this one and try again. Okay, I've written it down again. Like it's a lot clearer to do if you just compare this page, for example. So let's repeat it. I just written down the numbers. So first of all, the annoying thing is like the order here, because the recipe obviously starts in gold, but the leftmost one is silver. So let's repeat that one. We need 1,405. I feel like this one was correct. Then we need a silver setting, which is 812. So let's remove those real quick. 800 we can start over here, so those are 800. Then we need 1 of you and 2 of you. 812. We are on silver setting. Let's press the button. And the last setting is the carbon one, which is 46. I'm not sure if I pressed 47 the last time. Just in case, let's pretend I did. So 46 we said, right? Like 46, not 47. And important, carbon. And now let's see if this key actually works. Don't cancel this option, just get it out of there. Transform. Like if I just put in like the wrong number last time and put in like a 47 because for some reason I have that number in my head, then this might be the reason. Otherwise we might need like more for the transformation, which would be weird because we can actually just combine only 3 elements for some reason, even though there are like 4 options. But anyway, let's see. Does the door... Okay, apparently I'm just terrible at reading. It's 46, not 47 or whatever I use. Now the question is, what's going to await us on the other side? One last step. Reach exile. Quite purple. Also, we're still missing 3 characters. Also, we should be able to talk to more people. I guess we're at the very top. I have some long faces here in the masks. Let's see. I have no idea what this means. I'm guessing humans. And then for like the areas, they have like names. I'm gonna say this is the next language. I'm gonna say this probably means human or something, or like man. I'm just gonna shorten it, okay? Man. This could be either the tower or the abbey, but I have no idea what like the long text at the top means. Something is crossed out. Maybe we aren't actually at the top. Maybe because obviously, like I mentioned this before, like the achievements kind of spoil stuff. Exile. I feel like, especially because of the rain, and it's just like kind of theming here. I feel like this is different. Okay, you're probably human. Why is there somebody sitting on a rock? Wait. I feel like I know which one. This is the tower. This is the tower. This one. Put it in. And remember. Ooh, learning stuff. But here's the thing. How about we cut it here, because we are actually exactly where I would end an episode anyway. Next time we are going to explore Exile, and it's going to be amazing. Probably. I don't know. Like, I feel like Exile doesn't actually sound that amazing, but there's something special about it, right? I mean, there's a reason why people want to reach it. Anyway, have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll be seeing you next time. Till then, have a good one, and bye-bye.